Okay, we are live. It's Sunday. I'm gonna wait, see if people come in. Also, I have a guest tonight, so we'll see when he comes in. Y'all know who it is. I ain't even gotta make introductions. Y'all know who it is when he gets in. Hi, Vincent is not in yet. I'm waiting for him to enter. Hi, Alicia. So as soon as he comes in, I will add him in to the live stream. I know I sent him the information. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Hey, Valencia. Operations reviewed. You are absolutely um uh here. All right. So, Rosalie, no trolling tonight. You're not gonna take over the whole conversation. All right. So we're waiting to see when Vincent comes in. But in the meantime, I got a new hairdo. I got a new hairdo, y'all. I am this is vacation vacay hair. Something new. I never ever do this. And the girl, you could tell she was like, um, thank you, thank you. You could tell she was like, are you sure? Because it's kind of long. And I was like, whoa, there's a lot of hair. I mean, it's not super lot. The she did not list in the back, and they're pretty big. Cause I didn't want a whole lot of braids. Cause I ain't trying to take down a whole lot of braids. Cause they ain't gonna let. I'm not gonna keep them until probably the end of this month, and then they out. So we're gonna see. But here's the top of it. It didn't even take long. Cause she knew I wasn't gonna sit in that. Mm-mm. My ministry ain't hours in the it's not. I'm not doing hours. I'm not. Thank y'all. I waited to see. I didn't want to. Didn't want to say nothing. I was gonna like debut the hair on here. So the only thing is, I don't understand because it's already getting on my nerves. I'm like, how do they wear this? These long braids. These ain't even long by comparison to the way these kids is wearing them, the way the girls wear them right now. And I'm like, this is a lot. Let me see it's here yet. Uh, so I don't know. Hi, King Morgan. So I'm waiting to see when he comes in. Uh, down to the butt, down to the knees. It don't make no sense. So I mean, I had to get him. Hi, Judith M. How are you? I had to get him a little bit longer because, of course, my hair is a little bit longer. But yeah, so this is me and these braids. We gonna see. We gonna see what happens. How long they last? How long past the vacation they last? So, hmm. I need to reach out to him, but I'm on my phone now. Hmm. Hmm. What's today? Yeah. Okay. I hope not happen. When do I leave? This week. You listen. I'm all about. It's like you try not to stay on social media when you're not gonna be home, especially since the whole house ain't gonna be here. But I'll tell y'all in Discord. Y'all know. But I will be leaving this week on an early morning flight. I think we got an 8:30 flight out, so it's gonna be a little. It's gonna be a day of traveling with two toddlers and a newborn. So pray for us all. Actually, though, we have a plan. We about to get in melatonin right before they get on that plane. They're gonna be nice and mellow on the plane. Brooke and him, Cabo San Lucas. Brooke and Bakari gonna be chilling on the plane. Ah, here's our guest. Here's our guest. Okay, add to stage. Hi, Vincent.
Hey,
Okay, let me see if my sound is working right. That's right. It won't work with this. Hold on, Vincent. Okay, I can hear you. I had my mic on, so I couldn't hear you. Hi, Vincent. It's been so long.
a year?
Yeah, I haven't talked to you since before you went on your trip.
Which one?
Excuse me, to Venice when you did those beautiful. When I was looking at all your beautiful pictures.
It's two of them.
Um, the one early. You went twice this year.
In the past year, I've been 3 times.
I can't keep up with you, Vincent. I cannot keep up. The last one, okay, right before you went, um, when you were there, what was that for Carnival or something? What was that there that you went?
Yeah, that was the last one. That was Carnival.
That's the last time I talked to you right before then. That's the last time
Yeah.
we talked before. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't
Did
be
we?
don't. I think we did. Maybe we did. Okay, maybe I just talked to you personally and looked at all your pictures, so I felt like I was there.
I know you were looking at some of the videos on YouTube because I remember you were saying you were looking for me.
I was, and I looked at all your beautiful pictures. I looked at how many costumes did you do for while you were there? Because I watched. You know, I follow you. I'll be watching your Instagram.
4. Um, I did 2 for myself and 2 for my assistant Angela, and
Okay,
that's actually what I'm working on right now.
for
Um,
next year.
yeah, that's what
Wow.
this is.
Okay, okay. They
Um,
were so beautiful,
and
but I mean, everything was.
these are too.
I mean, but the whole. Now you make me want to figure out a way to get there for that because that was beautiful.
Um, I mean, I'm not here to tell everybody what to do with their lives, but if you like spectacle, if you like the stage, Venice is for Carnival is like a time of year where Venice becomes the world stage, and you can go there and you can watch all of these people bringing all of these characters they've had in their heads for so long to life, and just watch them act these characters out in public, and it's pretty magical. I would say arguably the best day I've ever had in my life was spent in Venice during Carnival a couple months ago.
So let me tell you, I could tell. Me and Kelly were talking about it because we were like watching, looking at your pictures, and we was like, he might not come back.
I'm working on that.
I I knew. Listen, we said that because we were looking. We was like, you looked so happy in your pictures,
I
you
said
know. And
I said in my interview for the documentary that when I'm there, I feel like I can find myself.
it
All
seems
I
like home for you.
yeah, all I have to do is just walk down the street. I can see myself in a shop window. I can see myself walking across a bridge. I can see myself riding on a gondola. You know, um,
But you
it's
go move there because I'm coming to visit. So go on. I
yeah.
ain't come. No, no, I will be there because like I said, I am planning. I'm trying to decide because this year is my family vacation, and then next year I said we doing vacations. Thank you, girl. We're doing vacations by ourselves, so I think I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do Italy. Yeah, I might be doing Italy by myself and go there for like 10 days, maybe 14, because it's summertime. I can do 14.
Yeah,
Um,
if you're going to Italy for the first time, you might want to go as long as you can because I mean, Italy's not just about one city.
right,
There's
right.
there's at least 3 places you want to hit in Italy. you know.
Right. And see, that was my plan. I said what I was going to do because I don't know anybody. I said my thought was I was going to get an Airbnb at somebody's house. That way I could leave my stuff there and then travel. And then I won't have to worry about my stuff being like, having a spot and then worrying about something that happened to my stuff. At least if I leave for a day or two, it's there and I'm paid for this Airbnb. Probably a nice, I was going to look and see if it was a nice family and then do it like that. So that's my goal. That's my
What
plan
you
for it.
what you want to do is there's two, maybe three websites that you can look at least for two or three. So for Venice, there's three. The rest of the country, there's two. Um, the two main ones are of course Airbnb, but then there's one called Verbo, which is the one that
Oh, yeah, I know Verbo. That's the first one. I used to use them for years.
that's the
They
one
were
that
they
I
were
use.
yeah. That's kind of what I was gonna look at because I've been using Verbo because that was the first one before Airbnb got hot.
Yeah, they're the ones that I normally use. But then for Venice, there's one called VeniceApartments.com. And
Okay,
not only are they really inexpensive, but you can put down a down payment. Say, for instance, like my next trip, the apartment is, I think, like 2,400 for the 2 weeks I'm there. Um, Hi, Faith. It's 2,400 for the 2 weeks I'm there, and they only make you put down like a fraction of that, and so you
right.
can pay it off in however many installments you want or whenever you want, just as long as you pay it off 2 weeks prior to going.
Okay,
So that
okay.
one,
So that's
yeah,
ooh.
VeniceApartments.com or .org, one of the two.
Then it's apartments. Okay, if I'm not sure, I'll reach out to you and ask. But see, you see what she said. You look so serene and content and looking at you in Venice. I'm telling you, I didn't think we was worried. We was like, he ain't coming back.
Oh,
I mean, that was our conversation was
oh,
Vincent is looking too happy.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah. Still worried. Still
And
worried.
I think you should. I think we all should because I mean, we're talking about moving to like the Atlanta area because I want to, I want to farm. I want to garden better. I want to have a longer season, and then that'll put me on the East Coast, which will make it easier for my travel.
Do you have
So
family there?
no, we just me and my daughter, my son-in-law. We talking about getting an multi-generational piece.
You were there last year, weren't you? You
I
were.
was. That was because my friend. I know people down there, like some people I went to school with, and that was because my friend. She was transitioning, so we went. I had to go down there recently this year for that, and then I was down there before for a conference, and I've been over Faith's house. I've hung out with Faith because Faith's in Atlanta, so
Mhm.
I've hung out with Faith down there. So we've met a couple of 2 or 3 times now, Faith, since I've been down there. Yeah, like 3 times I've met up, hooked up
So
with Faith.
you met up with Faith, and you two didn't bother to do like a collaborative perfume night.
The first time it was kind of like because it was a bunch of people. It was my first time meeting her, and I met like a few people from Atlanta, like perfumes with Pat. So it was like a few people from Atlanta that I met doing perfume. So I met them and we hung out for like a little dinner and stuff. We went to Sweet Green. And then the second time I was on a work conference. So she just came and hang out with the hotel with me and we just kicked it for a while, had cocktails in the bar.
Okay.
And then this last time was when I was dealing with the transition with my friend. So I stayed at her house and I was back and forth to helping my friend who was transitioning. It was in her last days. But I am going to go back down there just to like visit because like the last few times I've been there, I haven't been visiting. I've had to be there for something. So,
Right.
so yeah, we do. Yeah, we could do it at your house, Faith. We can have a live at Faith's house. Faith has Faith's a sweet person in general. Her granddaughter is beautiful, Imani. She's beautiful. And I should come down there and let Imani do my hair. Okay, never mind. And then her husband's real cool too. I like the family. I met the family, so I like them. And that was kind of like we were talking about moving. And so, honestly, from a financial standpoint, Atlanta pays about comparable to what Chicago does. Because a lot of these states, they don't pay teachers a dang on thing.
Well, the the determining factor in that is what's the state income tax.
And it's better
Because
than Illinois.
Georgia's
Because
better than
Illinois is highly taxed. Illinois is one of the most highly taxed states in
so
the
is
country.
so is California.
Oh, yeah, in California. Right, 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 right.
Yeah, 14%. 14%.
Yeah, we're real high. So, yep. Oh, yeah, I forgot her husband's a photographer too.
Okay.
Yep. Now, what's interesting when you reached out to me, Vincent, was I promise you, in that moment, like within the like 10 minutes before that, I started pulling out my summer dream house because I was about to do your video. So when I saw your message, I was like, well, that's cool. We can talk. We can
Okay.
talk. We can talk. Yes. Right. Right. So anyway, so let's talk. So now you have your sale. Let's talk about that first. Let everybody, what's the sale? What's going on with the sale? Y'all know
Um,
y'all better say Lulu send to me. Okay, never mind.
don't say that because that's how you become eligible. I whenever I do these contests that are attached to sales, I always try and do something different. Um, and this one is really different, you know, in that it's see, I always get criticized for not being very open with customers or very reachable, I should say is a better word. But at the same time, people, it just seems like these same people don't realize how much effort that I put into being as gracious as possible with my customers. You know, hence the buy one get one
Right.
sales, and even like this one. What I'm doing with this one is, yeah, there's going to be a winner, and that winner can select a third bottle that they would like. But there's going to be I'm going to do another grand prize winner, and that grand prize winner will have the opportunity to create a scent um, for themselves with me. So they can give me all the notes, tell me I want this, I want this, I want that, that, and that, or they can say, well, you know, my favorite notes are these two. Um, could you make me something that feature these two notes? You know, so
Okay. Uh-huh.
basically, it's a custom fragrance contest.
Right. So let me get it straight. So there's going to be one winner who'll get a free bottle.
Yeah,
That's the first one. And then, but the overall grand prize runner will be able to create a custom scent with you.
right.
And I'm sad because I can't do that. But I'm just, because I was like, dang, I'm gonna have somebody. Never mind, never mind. But let me tell you before we even get started, I have a friend. I went to work the other day. Well, okay, my old job because I'm changing schools. And what was I wearing? I was trying to remember this so I could tell you. But I was wearing something. Was I wearing J. Paul Revere? I think I might have been wearing that. I think I might have been wearing this J. Paul Revere
Uh
because I
huh.
think I was. And I was talking to the people. We were like gossiping, and then I left, and I was standing, and the girl, because it was like summer school and stuff, and she came back out. She was like, "Girl, I forgot to ask you, what are you wearing?" So I know she's gonna be buying from me. I saw just right after that she was asking, and I was like, "Okay, let me figure out what's your second bottle you need to get." So we're working on her second bottle, so she'll be ordering because she was like, "That, oh my God, that smells so good." I was like, "Of course it did,"
You
because
know
it's I'm wearing
the funny thing is about that fragrance. I made a bag of samples for one of the dancers at the ballet company I work for, and she wanted a fragrance for herself. She's going on vacation, so I made her a few samples, and she and another dancer, went out to lunch, and they sniffed them together. And the other dancer comes up to me, "Oh, Vincent, I like this one." She had it on her wrist, so I smell her wrist. I couldn't even recognize it.
I know.
What the hell it was? I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
Right, right.
It's one of the samples you gave to Cassie. I was like, "It is." And so I smelled it again, and I'm trying to figure it out. And at first, I thought it was La Belle Dame Sans Mercy, but
Uh-huh.
I said to myself, I didn't make that for her. I didn't make a sample of that for her.
Right,
It was almost like we had to do a process of elimination.
right.
Looking through samples and smelling each and every one of them, and it turned out to be Je Peux Rêver. And
Okay.
the reason why is because in anybody in the fragrance community will tell you this. Once something gets onto skin on each and every person, it's
Yeah.
going to be different.
Right. It's
And
so
so,
subjective.
and so her, because she had been dancing all morning, it was almost like her body heated that fragrance up.
Mm,
And so it turned it into something else. I mean, it smelled good, but it just turned into something different. So
right, right.
yeah, that was a unique experience.
Right. And that's why it's so funny when people like listen to somebody like me and then I speak on something and they're like, well, it didn't smell like what you said. Well, okay, but it might not because we're talking about how it smells on me. Um, so
Well,
let's talk about, huh?
let alone what it smells like on paper.
Right,
Because
exactly. Because,
a lot of times you're basing your opinions on you spraying on the paper. And if it's
hmm
what I've seen, if it really smells good enough to you, then on camera you're gonna spray it on.
but you know, but honestly, before I do my like, you know how I do my blind buys, the good, the bad, and the meh. I've already worn them, so like I'll spray them the first time on paper and like okay, but I always before I say anything about any fragrance, I've already worn them at least twice. So that's just my thing because I know that on paper it could smell one way and I'll be like ooh or and then I put it on and it smells lovely or bad. It could
Yes.
be it could go either way. So let's talk about the ones you got coming out because you have Succubus coming back. I pulled it out. This is going in another video, by the way, but yes.
Which is a completely different label now.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's not that see-through label anymore. So
Oh, because see, I don't know if you all could see it. It's like a see through. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Um,
and that image that's on there is what's on the label, but it's not going to be see-through anymore.
oh, okay. Right, right.
Yeah.
So let me say the interesting thing about this is that it's so wild because it's melanin wine. It really is. On my skin, it starts out the melon, and then it does become this like melon and wine vibe on me.
You get a
Um,
wine vibe from it?
uh huh. Yep. I get the melon, and then I get a winey, like a wine vibes from it, and definitely a white wine, not a red, but a white,
See,
but a white.
I get I get more okay, now that you mention it, because for a while I was getting more of a fruity incense vibe.
Yeah, on me, I get the fruity, but it's really melon. Now, I was doing this because I was going to talk about this because people like to layer and try things. I've even got some layering things with some of these that I've been wearing, so I'm gonna talk about those too while we go through. But with this one, it's so interesting. A lot, and some of them I do with Bath and Body Works because it has this melon vibe. There's a melon Bath and Body Works that I wear with it. Um, it's called Summer Melody and it's not the best thing, but basically it's a melon body mist. So this really goes well with it because it really like amps up the melon part of it, which is fabulous for the summertime. Now, I'm just going to give you a spoiler alert though, is that Succubus is going to be in my sultry nights video talking about date night. For one thing, it's called Succubus, so it has to be in a sultry nights video. You know, it just screams somebody, right? You know what I'm saying? So, personally, real talk, that's why I wanted it. I saw it because you don't have that many on Fragrantica, but I happened to see this before you even talked about putting it back out. I saw it and I was like, Succubus, I need to have this. I need to have it. So,
I
yeah.
remember I got again going back to the ballet company. I got criticized by somebody that works there for the name. Um, that's a little bit too much. I'm like, not today.
I like, except for that stupid one that Nazumato has done, Sato, not Sato Maso or something. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, I have to send you the picture. It looks like a mini penis. Um, uh, I'm just being honest. Um, Pauline wants to. Can somebody post this in the chat, please? Because my chat, for some reason, I can't get in here and post comments. It's tripping on me. Um,
The link to
so
what?
she wants to link to Dreamhouse-Ikiryo.
Oh,
Remember, Pauline, if you buy anything, put Lulu sent me, SENT, in the oh. Let's first tell some people how to, for the new people. Succubus, I know, isn't it a great name? I love things that give off this little sexual vibe, you know? If you that's like, you know, like Sex in the Sea by Francesca Bianchi or Kiss My Name by Ramon Monaco. I have to have those, right?
oh,
Oh, I want
you remember that rose and leather one I told you about that I haven't released yet? That's been sitting on my shelf.
I love Rose and Leather.
You remember what it was called?
No, I don't. What's the name of it?
Um, damn, I don't remember what it was called. Oh, it was called From Start to Fetish.
And that's what I'm saying. Mhm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of them I just want you to say what it is. So for the people, before we forget. If you are new to the sale,
I might do that for Valentine's Day.
right, put it out like in mid-January so people can have it. You know what I'm saying?
The only problem I have with it, I'm gonna have to revisit it, is that it's a little too molecule like. You know, leather is one of the notes that I don't really like to work with that much. You know, leather and silk.
Right, right.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to correct that one. Um, but it's weird. You mentioning the melon in succubus. There's a melon fragrance that I'm probably going to be releasing. There's two that I'm going to put out in Halloween. Um, and this has been long in the creation. But there's a melon fragrance called that I'm making called Melancholy. So
Ooh, melancholy. I like it.
yeah, it's another my play on words, but that's probably going to be Halloween. And these costumes that I'm making, um, I'm making these for Venice and more photo shoots for more perfume bottles. And so,
Okay.
you know, the Venetian doll series is going to be ongoing.
Speaking of that, let's talk about some fragrances. So we talked about J. Paul Revere, but we didn't say what it is for the people who don't know. Okay, so um, what I get from it, um, yes. Let me see. Can I do that? Start a comment. I think I did that. Okay. So what I get from it is I get this warm spicy from the cinnamon. I get a warm spiciness from it, but it's a beautiful floral. So it's like this warm, spicy floral. Very, it's very like almost. Even though I've been wearing it now, it's only I would only say wear it on cool days because I'm waiting to wear this in the fall. I find that I feel like this is gonna be a really beautiful fall kind of gourmandy floral because of that cinnamon gives it this kind, and the vanilla gives it this bit, and it's got that ambery cinnamon vanilla vibe with those beautiful florals. So I've worn it a few times because it was cooler out, but I can't wait to wear it when it gets fall because I feel like it's gonna just shine in the
Yeah,
fall.
yeah.
So just so y'all know, that's J. Polar Bear.
I
So
mean, you
now
could do
for
it. You could wear it at during in the summer, um, but just make sure you wear it at night.
it's definitely an evening fragrance.
Yeah,
Um,
and
oh,
even
because I'm
honestly, even summer day is the only time of year. I mean, really, honestly, I mean, I'm wear what the hell you want when you want,
right,
but if you have to put a seasonal designation on it, summer day is probably the only time of year I wouldn't wear.
right. When it's super hot outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a little, especially the way it is this summer. Like it's in the 90s and stuff. It'll just be a little too much.
Oh,
Um,
that's what this noise is behind me. Is my fan.
Look, honey, trust me. The only thing I sadly in my house because I'm in the basement, I be freezing down here. You hear my heater because in order for the house to be hot, it's freezing down here. So
Well,
most of the time I have it.
I'm on the top level of my building, so
See, there.
heat rises up, and the bad thing about that is that it's literally like it's like if you put this in an oven and bake it and take it out, it's still gonna be hot for a while.
Right, right. That's the way it is
So
upstairs
that's the
on the
way my
third.
apartment is.
That's the way they're upstairs. That's why it's so cold now here. To get them some coolness up on the top floor, I have to be a little, I have to deal with this. So that's the trade off. For them to be comfortable, I just turn on the heaters at night. Every night I turn on heaters because it be cold down here. Okay, so before I forget, so in order to do the sale, most of everybody knows how to do the sale, but in case somebody new watches, the way to get in the sale, and I'll put this in the description
So
too,
what you do
is
is you if for the buy one get one, you select which bottle you want to purchase. Go to checkout, and then you'll see a comment section with somewhere within checkout. You mention in the comment section what bottle you want for free, and a lot of people keep forgetting to do this. What sample you want? I again, I get criticized for not giving out free samples. Well, here's your chance to get a free sample. What free sample you want, and if you win the contest, what bottle you want if you win, and then you say Lulu sent me and spell scent SCENT.
yeah, I gotta tell my people. So I got a few people I'm about to make them come over here and try on some stuff. Now, of course, we cannot talk about fragrances without putting up my favorite, bees and butterflies. She's still beautiful. She's becoming more honeyed since I've had it for a while. Like now, the honey is really intense now.
Honey's forever.
Ain't it though? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. And so one of the other ones that, please say the name for me correctly because I don't know if I've ever said it right. Was
Ani Rogan.
Ani Rogan? I was almost right. Okay, Ani Rogan. I said this is like, this was in my catch a flight fragrance because I think this would be perfect to wear on a
So
flight.
that's one of the early bottles.
Yes, it is. I've been around for a minute now. I've been around for a minute. Um, I think this is good for flights because it's beautiful, but it's not too much. It's got
You
the
put it on the
berries.
you put out a video not too long ago about that rich girl vibe,
Hmm.
and of the scents that I have, that's one that could go on that list.
Okay,
Now,
okay,
maybe a rich younger girl because it's smelling a little more youthful.
okay. I can see that. This could definitely be um somebody. Yeah, I can see that. Because like for me, this is like I said, this is more of a real relaxed vibe. So that's why I said it was like a catch a flight fragrance because this would be something you could wear on a flight, but you wouldn't like offend anybody, or somebody be like, oh my God.
It's definitely springtime in a bottle right there.
Yes. I do love Edolin. She ain't never lied. Edolin is so gorgeous. I think Edolin was the one that really made me fall in love with your stuff, Vincent. I think Edolin. No, it was that and Rosa Venus. Those, because I think I bought those two
I
together.
I think Iolon was the first one I sent to you.
Was it? It might
Yeah,
have been.
yeah.
Because I think I bought Rosa Venus. I know I bought Rosa Venus. That was my first bottle I ever bought. And I thought that I was like, oh, yes. Because I love an incensey,
Yeah.
gothic kind of rose. All right, now let's just talk about this one. Oh, Beija Flor.
Oh yeah. That one um, is probably one of the fragrances I'm most proud of.
As you
Um,
should be.
you know why that one in particular? Because I mean, I got a ton of them. Um, but that one, if it's not the one I'm most proud of, I would definitely say it's top five.
I love it. It is oh my God. I just sprayed it on myself. It's just a gorgeous, beautiful summer scent. But it's not like what everyone thinks of a summer scent with coconut in it.
Now that
Everybody
you
thinks
mention
of
that, now that you mention that, now that I think about it, um, I think one of the reasons why I'm so proud of it is that even though it has these tropical notes in it, it doesn't smell tropical.
no, it doesn't. No. It's a very classy, very elegant scent.
And I think it's the honeysuckle um,
Yes.
that that kind of takes it off the beach, so
Right,
to
because
speak.
it makes it so the coconut isn't too coconutty.
Right, right, and the milk too.
Ah, it's so good. I wore the heck out of this last year. I think this is going with me to Mexico.
And that one also has a new label.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me.
You want to see it? I'll show you.
Yeah. Why he messing with us? Why he messing with us, y'all?
I. Oh, here it is.
Luckily, your sale will be on after I come back because I'm broke. Ooh, let me see.
So that's it right
Ooh, ooh.
there. No, right here, right here.
I'm looking at it. My screen is so little. I don't know what's going on with this. Um.
That is Continuum right there.
Uh huh.
This is Foe Veil, and this right here
Now
is
these new ones that are going to be coming out.
they're already out.
See, I went on the site. I didn't notice everything because I was like, "Don't be looking yet. You ain't got no money. You going on vacation."
Foe Veil, Continuum, and Rev de Papillon. Those are the first three I ever released. Rev de Papillon was the one that I mentioned when I first conceptualized it. I was sitting in the wings watching a rehearsal, and just this question, what does a man who's truly in love smell like?
Mm-hmm. I
What
wish I had somebody like that I could buy that for. Be like, baby, wear this. Wear this. Oh,
so
wear
that's
this. Man.
that's that's what Rev de Papillon is, because Rev de Papillon, it means butterfly dreams. because that's what the two dancers on stage reminded me of, just two butterflies.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up, I've been wearing a lot of this spring. This is my one of my springs, and this is Coralie.
That is a perfumology exclusive now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm sorry. This is so beautiful. This is jasmine, and it is jasmine. It's got that jasmine liqueur in it. It is just beautiful. Now, I have been wearing it with Jasmine the O by Maison Lancome, which is a jasmine tea based one. Together, Wonder Twins. Okay. So this is like I've been in this like really soft girly vibe with my fragrances. And Coralie is that too. And it's just beautiful.
So Coralie is I wrote this story that was set in 1929. Um, it was a murder mystery, and one of the lead characters' names in it was Coralie, and she was a formerly famous actress whose star is on the decline because of sound pictures, and
Sort of like
because
Norma Desmond.
yeah, you could say that she because a lot of the actors from the silent era couldn't cut it into sound pictures because their voices just didn't sound good or didn't
Right.
match the machismo that some of these guys were projecting or some of the beauty that some of these ladies were projecting. So she was one of them, and so the only cling to fame that she has left is this fragrance that was named after her, and so that's what Coralie is. And the picture on
Like
the
it's
bottle.
almost like it's singing in the rain too. That was the premise of Singing in the Rain too.
Okay.
That's one of my I'm a Jane Kelly fan. Okay. Next up, Blush of Dawn.
Uh huh.
So Blush of Dawn is just so simple and so gorgeous, right? And the reason why I like it is because the watermelon actually smells like a juicy watermelon. Whereas sometimes watermelon gets rancid. Like I don't know, it's something about the scent. Sometimes like that's why I don't like what's the one that everybody likes by Dolce and Gabbana? I think it's La Imperatrice. I think that's the one that everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's so good for the summertime." It's got this one. I tried it on in the store, and I was like, "No, thank you. This smells like rotten." You know how like that when watermelon just goes too far and it's just not good anymore.
Um, for me, watermelon does one of two things, and honestly, um, I the rancid version, I was willing to work with. I'm saying, okay, well, if it smells too rancid, I could work with that because a lot of chemicals smell rancid. But watermelon goes either rancid or it goes too candy like. And if it goes too candy like, then it smells fake. And so,
Right.
yeah, that wasn't a
But
that
this
wasn't
smells like juicy
that was
watermelon.
yeah, that wasn't a street I was willing to drive down.
But it smells like juicy watermelon. So what I pair with this, because I do have something to pair with it, I pair just a basic rose oil, just to really enhance the rose. And then I have from Sugar Mama, which is she's on Etsy. She has this watermelon juice body mist, and it smells like watermelon juice. Like if I, and so I add those two. I just smell so deliciously beautiful. I just smell delicious. So Miss Ma'am says beige floor and white rabbits. I gotta pull
Okay.
out white rabbit. I have been wearing it. I need to pull it out, pull on my gardenia lotion, and smell it up.
Um, I'll tell you a story about White Rabbit. So White Rabbit was created with Orange Sunshine and Damn Hippie, and I made those in 2017 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Summer of Love. Hence those titles. Um, White Rabbit initially was conceived to be a men's gardenia fragrance. But a lot of times when I'm creating things, it's almost like the fragrance says, you know what, I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. And so it goes somewhere else. And so that's kind of where White Rabbit went. And for the longest time, I actually didn't like it. But I took it off the shelf, you know, stopped selling it after a while. But somebody asked me, you know, are you going to bring White Rabbit back? And I said, I don't know. Yeah, it's not something that's really speaking to me. So I mixed it again. And what I did was I took out one single chemical, and that completely changed the dynamic of it. And so now I freaking love it. And
Okay.
so that one chemical I took out.
Can you tell us about the new ones? Talk,
Well, there's only one new one.
hmm
So Succubus is a reformulation, um,
Right.
because that ongoing story, you know, certain chemicals are no longer available, so fragrances get pulled. But Succubus, you know, I finally reformulated it, so now it's back on the shelf on sale again. The new one is another one that I've had for like 7 years, but I don't know. It's almost there's some that I make that I just want to cling on to because there's something about them that's special to me personally, you know. And so I was just sitting around thinking to myself, you know, well, what do I have to cling on to this one for? You know, and I couldn't think of a reason, you know, so I just decided to release it. But it's called, and it's a mouthful, it's called Mim les Anges Pauvres Rivet,
Yeah, I ain't trying to say all that.
which is French. And this is going to be an ongoing series, and Je peux rêver is part of the series, but it's French for even angels can dream. Je peux rêver is French for I can dream.
Okay, I like. Was
And
okay. I like it now.
and the reason why I released Je peux rêver last year is because right after, not last year, last month, right after I made Beija Flor, it didn't have a name. So there's a video that I shot an interview that I filmed of a lady I know, and we're sitting in her backyard, and a hummingbird flew up and just kind of hovered behind her head, and then flew away. And so I showed it to one of the dancers at the ballet company, and he's from Brazil. He looks at it and he goes, "Beija Flor." And I looked at him. I said, "What's Beija Flor?" He goes, "That's what we call hummingbirds in Brazil. They're called Beija Flor." And he said, "Beija Flor in Portuguese means flower kisser." And so,
Oh, I like it even better.
um, literally about a month later, I had this dream about hummingbirds, and it was this tree that was just this glowing neon green, and these white hummingbirds flying around it. And so when I woke up, um, the first thing I thought of was the fragrance Je peux rêver. And so that's when I branded it with that hummingbird imagery and put
Okay,
two and two together. So that's why on the bottle you see that man in that hummingbird mask.
that's what that is. Cause you see, I grabbed it like really. Let me look. It is a hummingbird mask. It is. Okay, I get it. Okay, okay, you got me. Okay. Now, hi Anisha. Hi, who didn't I say? Hey Anisha. Hi Birdie. Hey D. I didn't say hi to y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize. So dream walking.
Mm-hmm.
Dream walking. Um, this,
It's fun to hear people try and pronounce that name.
yeah, yeah. I just go with dream walking.
I would show them. I would show them the name, and I'd say to them, "Can you pronounce this?" And they'd look at Adelina Rickham.
I ain't gonna lie, I did the first time too, and I was like, I don't know what he's trying to say. And then when you said dream walking, I was like, okay, I'll stay with that. Um, I think this was when I feel like you were really starting to get into the florals more because like before then you had more gourmand kind of vibes and stuff. Um, right? But yeah, because this is different than Rose of Venus. This I put this out for summertime too because it still is not as it's a little bit heavy, but it's not too heavy.
You know what the thing is that that comes across as a little more green to me than
Right.
Rose Venus.
Yeah, most definitely. This is a more summertime vibe to me or springtime because it's a little more green. Like, like Rose of Venus is very gothic, very, ooh,
I would
incensey.
I would say that would be daytime. Rose of Venus would be nighttime for the
Okay.
same
Yeah,
person.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that. For a person who loves Rose, if that was going to be their signature note, this would be their daytime one, and then Rose of Venus could be their nighttime one.
Exactly.
Oh, we come up with something for somebody. So if you are a Rose lover, daytime is Dream Walking, nighttime is Rose of Venus. Look at us! Look at us coming up with
And
something.
and blush of dawn is morning.
And right, Blush of Dawn is morning. Yes. Okay, so we don't have to put them together like that. We'll put that together for some. Let me do a short of that. Now, of course, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't call this 17 different names until I remembered that it's the Swan Maid. I kept calling it something else. I cannot remember, but it was not Swan Maid for a while. But I remember when you sent me a sample of this, and you were on my live. You were like in the converse.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of right now. When you were saying that it's a good bridal scent, and I
as
had
you were saying.
as I was texting at the same time, it was made to be a bridal scent.
And I can see it too because this just screams bride. It just screams that special day. It has because it's such a beautiful floral, and yeah, it was like,
That
mm-mm.
fragrance, I would probably say that was the first one. I can't remember what the term is. I'm sure somebody in the chat might know. But there's a perfumer, Bruno Fazzolari. He actually lives here in San Francisco, but he's a painter. And here I got my paintbrush. Um, but he's a painter, and oftentimes he uses color to create his fragrances. And so I would probably say that was the first time I specifically tried to use a color in a fragrance, which is blue. You know, something borrowed, something blue. You know the bridal vibe. And so I definitely wanted to put something quote unquote blue in that fragrance.
I love it because it has a creaminess and it's like this creamy floral. But the florals are not too overpowering because sometimes you be like, oh my god, florals, because it's so interesting that I'm a floral person. I love florals. I can wear them all pretty
Yeah,
much.
'cause
So I love them.
to me that's a floral bomb. Um,
Yes, but it is.
it's
But
very but it's very earthy as well.
yeah, so it's not so much that somebody will be like, because sometimes people think of florals, they think of them being too old fashioned. Like, oh, this is an old woman's vibe. But this is not. It's like it's a beautiful floral. It's got a creaminess to it, kind of like you said, earthy. It's very perfect for wedding. Perfect, perfect. This is one of the newer ones, of course, which is the Wisteria Maiden. Uh, you
Yeah,
know what? I
go
get
ahead.
a lot out of her is the cherry. and the cherry blossom. Like when I
Awesome.
first put it on, I get cherry, and then then it comes down to that cherry blossom. It comes off so delicate. It's so dainty. She's so dainty.
Um, hence the character, on the bottle. Um, yeah, and a lot of people will refer to that character as a geisha, but she's not a geisha. Because for one thing, a geisha will never be seen out in public with her hair down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I'm very, hence the title of my brand, inspired by traditional Japanese culture or historic Japanese culture, and that's kind of my ode to that.
I can see it because I really like. It's very delicate. The cherry blossom. I like cherry blossom, especially in the springtime. It just feels like you should be wearing it. And then of course it's got the tea in it, but the tea isn't too much because
Right.
I don't like over. I know some people love tea. I like it to be very delicate. I like a delicate tea fragrance, so it has a delicate nature to it. It's yeah. I was wearing it this. I've been wearing it this spring and stuff. Um,
Tea for me is, this might sound weird, but if you had a woody scent over here and you had an amber scent over here, tea to me literally falls right in the middle of that. If you think about its scent profile.
Yeah, because you can have a lot of teas that have like a woodiness to it. It's so interesting because I was trying, real talk, I'm trying to make some tea myself because I got all these, my garden is gardening. Have you seen, I don't think I've posted up the pictures yet. But I've got a lot of herbs in there. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, and then I'm trying to start the strawberry patch.
So you
So the
drying out
strawberry, huh?
you drying out herbs.
I'm going to start drying out the herbs.
Right
So
on.
I was going to start doing that because I got strawberries going. So I was going to get the strawberry leaves, and dry some of those. And then I have lemongrass out there and things like that. So I was thinking about that. Plus, just in general, because my basil is off the chain. So I already started making pesto. So now I got to freeze some of it. So, because I don't want to, waste it. It's like, it's really yeah, because I started the basil. I do a lot of basil for the tomatoes because they help tomatoes. They're a good companion. They make them sweeter, and you get a bigger production. So I have a lot of basil plants. So now I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do with all this basil. I got Thai basil, so now I got to freeze my Thai basil because I'm not in the mood to make Thai food, like curry or anything. But just side note, this is my obsession right now. Whereas you're making those things, I'm out in the yard.
Well,
Hence,
I mean, margarita pizza, that's tomato and basil basically.
right. See, my tomatoes are just coming up. They haven't ripened yet, so they're still green. So I still got them on the vine, ripening right now. But the basils are like huge, and so I keep like cutting them, taking them down. So when they're ready, I'll have margarita pizzas, and then I'm just freezing. I'm gonna freeze some, and then I'm drying some because I'm gonna make my own Italian seasoning mix because I have oregano, I have some thyme, so I was
Okay.
gonna, make some of that myself,
Uh-huh.
But I said I got all these other herbs, so let's make some tea. So I'm gonna get some lemongrass. And I'm gonna use now. I've already got hibiscus here right now. Next year, are you ready? Because I have some butterfly pea flowers here, so I'm gonna make my own mix. But I'm going to grow butterfly pea flowers next year. That's one of the things I want to grow next year. But yeah, because I've been doing like I have hibiscus flowers, so I always, like the cuties. My grandkids like the cuties, so I always dry the when I peel them, I dry the peels to it,
Uh-huh.
and then I do hibiscus with cinnamon stick and and orange. So now I'm trying to like really get fancy on my teas.
Oh, that hibiscus, that is like I have three different types of hibiscus tea. You know, that stuff is good for your stomach.
I love it. I it's so
And it's unique too. I mean, when you brew it, it's like this. It looks like wine. It's just dark
yeah,
green, and
yeah,
yeah.
that dark red.
I
And so
mean, the
that's why I
first
like
time
the
I
purple
brewed it,
tea.
first it looked like a horror movie. The first time I brewed it, because it's like all this blood coming out of my damn cup.
Yeah, we'll do it like with a little cinnamon because I do mine with cinnamon stick, and then I put the orange peel in there.
Okay, I got cinnamon stick in there. I'm gonna try that tonight.
Put that cinnamon stick in with that hibiscus with some. And so I've had like at this little place I go to, they call it the purple rain. So they do the purple pea with this lemon simple syrup. So I said, okay, okay. So I bought me some butterfly pea flowers to make some with. I'm all over the place right now. I'm all over the place. So I was like, So I think with the butterfly pea, I'm gonna dry some lemon peel and do butterfly with lemon peel since I'm always drinking it like that.
Hmm.
And if you ever seen the butterfly pea, it is a deep purple. You should try some. If you can see some place where they have butterfly pea tea, try it because it's a deep purple.
Okay.
It's like the equivalent of hibiscus red. It's like this deep purple, like this vibrant purple.
Okay.
Yes, yes, that's where I'm at with it. I got a lot of tomatoes growing right now. A lot of tomatoes. Yeah, so we're gonna see how that works out. And I have shallots growing, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with the shallots. You know how you get in this moment where you're doing something? Ooh, hibiscus, dry cherry, and ginger. Ooh, does that not sound fabulous? I'm about to grow some ginger root too. We just went all off topic. We just went all off topic. Sorry, we were talking about tea. I got carried away. Okay. Now I have brought you flowers, also
Hmm.
known as Lulu, because I think you were thinking about me when you made. Oh, okay, when did you make this one? When did you create this one?
A year and a half ago.
See, you had me in your head. You just didn't know it because it's white florals, it's tuberose, it's jasmine. You were thinking of me, Vincent. You just
That
didn't know it.
that's kind of a I don't want to say follow up. It's not a follow up, but I was following up on the vibe of Coralie with that one because
Mm.
I loved water lily and the lily note. So yeah, I
I love
wanted to,
watermelon too.
yeah. But that one, what made me so proud of that one, and it's trust, this was not intentional, is once you spray it on and you let it sit for about 15 or 20 minutes, when you smell it, it smells just like anais anais.
I have not smelled that in forever. Now you want make me want to get some just to know, because I used to love Anais Anais. When I was growing up, for some reason I never got it, but I thought it was so beautiful.
Yeah,
It was like, and plus I love the name of it, Anais, Anais. Just thought the name was gorgeous. I used to like the commercials. Now that makes sense why I really love it because always wanted Anais, Anais growing up when I was younger. And I told you, like, when I really started buying fragrances, I became, like, I went all the way in. I bought Coco by Chanel. That was the first bottle that I ever bought. Then I bought Obsession. And then I went into Poison. I was doing like the big 80s fragrances. You couldn't tell me nothing.
yeah. For me, I had a mini of anais anais because it was pointless for me to get a full bottle because it's screechingly feminine, you know. So
Yes, it is.
I couldn't wear it, but there's some things to me that are just so beautiful that I have to have it, even though I can't wear it. You know, Shanghai Lily, same thing. You know, I freaking love Shanghai Lily, but it's just so feminine, you know, that I can't wear it.
This is so good. Okay, so yeah, because I pulled out 10. Did I? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10 and then succubus. So because this is in the sultry nights. So these were the ones I had pulled out to do the video. And then I was thinking about gourmands, because you know gourmand is the thing, honey. That is where everybody lives in the gourmand world. We're doing gourmands. We're doing gourmands. So I was gonna say, oh, let's talk about this. We haven't talked about this because this came out, and this was before since we had talked. Apple rum and jasmine. Let's
Yeah,
talk about her.
yeah.
Tell the folks about apple rum and jasmine.
Apple rum and jasmine. Yeah. That one is one that's been out for well, I shouldn't say out, but I made that one a long time ago, and it was part of a series I did called These Three, and it was going to be an ongoing series that had 3 scents, each of them having a similar concept to one another. The White Rabbit, Orange Sunshine, and Damn Hippie, they were part of that series. They were called the Psychedelic Three. Uh,
Okay.
Apple Rum and Jasmine, Blood Cherry Cordial, and what the hell was it? Oh, Vanilla Opioid. Um,
Mhm.
they were part of the Sinful Three, and those the inspiration behind those were sinful ladies of the past.
Vanilla opioid is so delicious. Because I do love a good oud that doesn't have rose in it. And that is just, oh my goodness, that vanilla oud is giving it. And I'm not even a person who really likes that stuff. But now let me tell you about apple rum and jasmine. For the people so they get it. If you like angel share and stuff like that, it's giving that, but then it has the jasmine in it. So then it has this indolic vibe from it.
Mm-hmm.
Which So if you like that, right? If you like angel share styles, this is a good one, but it's a little different. Mm, mm. So it's giving you that apple rum, that vibe, but it's also giving you the jasmine in it.
That's
So that
another one that I took off the shelf because chemicals weren't available anymore, and
which
so
apple rum and jasmine or vanilla opioid?
both actually.
Right, because
But
vanilla opioid is off, right?
yes, that one is off. But Apple Rum and Jasmine is back. That came
Right,
back 2 months ago. Um,
right, yeah.
but even reformulated, I like it so much better now. You
It's
know,
good.
um,
It's good because the jasmine, it comes out. But you still get that boozy kind of apple rum vibe, but you also get that jasmine, which
and
is
there's
giving it.
a faint boozy barrel vibe to it too. Because that's yeah, I get a little woody vibe from it as well.
Oh man, that smells good. Mhm. Now let me tell you, I tore up this bottle, so just disregard the way it looks. I'm having to decant it. Is my mood enhancer. I was gonna tell people for like the gourmand lovers for the summertime. I think this is a good one
Very
because it's
very sparkly. Yeah,
right. It's sparkly. It's got this little effervescent vibe to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So this is the one that I was gonna say for if somebody who's into gourmands and wants something for the summertime, this is the one. So I guess I'm still gonna do my video because I don't want people like trying to find out everything I said through this one. But I'm just gonna take this and splice it. Yes, even better. So, because I'm trying to do things differently. Trying to like work smarter, not harder. And
So
then they'll
that
have you
that
talking
one,
too, so it's even better.
right. So that one was one that oftentimes I'll try and create something with something in it that I haven't worked with before, and that's one of them. That has rhubarb in it. That's why it's so sparkly. So
Right, but it's not like the rhubarb like everybody's used to now. Because a lot of times when people think rhubarb, they think of like Delina and stuff. So they expect that sharpness. It's
yeah,
not sharp. It's
it's
the
not sour.
sparkling.
It doesn't smell sour at all.
Yeah, it doesn't give that sour vibe like a lot of the rhubarb that
Yeah,
we're expecting. This
right.
is like I don't know why I'm doing something because I lost the whole thing. I did something and I slug it off and I can't find it. So I said I'm gonna put it in a decant. I'm a decant so I can spray.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to send you a new pump. Yeah, actually, I can send you this one I have here because this one doesn't have a stem on it. So you just take the head off of it.
Okay, that'll work. 'Cause, I done messed up. So she said, "Did I mention Sugary and Candyman?" I did not, because we're talking about summer, Anisha. But y'all know Sugary and Candyman is those are two of my favorite gourmands. Like this is mood enhancer that goes within the mood. So this is the mood enhancer. They actually do work really well together. But of course, one of my favorites of your ouds is Ghost Dance. That
Okay.
blackberry oud, mm, mm, mm,
That
love.
one, believe it or not, well, not believe it or not, but so you remember I was saying a while ago that the Orange Sunshine, White Rabbit, and Damn Hippie were part of this series that I
A
made,
threesome,
these psychedelic three.
the
Ghost
threesome.
Dance was part of a part two because I got too carried away with creating my fragrances inspired by the summer love. So the first set with Orange Sunshine, White Hippie, Orange Sunshine, Damn Hippie, White Rabbit became known as These Sinful Three Alpha. And then I released in October These Sinful Three Omega. And that was Ghost Dance, Strawberry Love Pop, and one called Hope. Um, and the reason for that title, Hope, was when you open up Pandora's box and all the ills and sins come out, all you have left is hope.
Hope, right. Hold up. Let's go back to Strawberry Love Pop. I've never heard of this. What is that about?
That's just like a that was like a strawberry incense. But
Mm.
that one, the strawberry note or the chemical that I used in it for the strawberry note, um, not only did it go bad, but it got
Mm.
recalled because it just wasn't
Oh,
good. So yeah,
okay. Okay.
unfortunately, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let me see what else. What else we got over here? Have you seen my whole stand of your stuff, man? I ain't got
Yes.
no space on it. I don't have any space. I got them on the side between you and JC. Y'all my people. Y'all get y'all own stands. I said let me just get y'all own stands because y'all them people. Um, let's see what else. Let's see. So we got Candy. What did I leave? Venetian doll. Let's grab her. Yeah,
So
because I said they need their own little spot. Make them look off everything. He
so
tell me that.
yeah, I decided Venetian Doll is going to be a series now. So you got Venetian Doll, you got Venetian Doll Lucien, um, which is one I'm was really proud of. Again, going back to notes I don't really work with. That one, Lucian has tamarind in it. Um, and so, on the bottle is that picture of me in Venice in costume. Um, October, along with Melancholy, is going to be Lucia. So Lucian is the companion piece to Lucia. So Lucia, um, this and this are, when I go for Carnival next year, I'm going to, yeah, that pops up like that. I'm going to do photo shoots for another fragrance that's going to be in the Venetian Doll series that's going to involve these two characters. So this is the female. These are, don't fall over. So yeah, these are her arms, articulated. I even got my costume over there that I've been working on, which is going to match this one. And this is the mask that I'm painting. That's why I got my paintbrush. I've been painting this mask. You can't really see it. So anyways, yeah, that one is going to be out probably next spring.
What are the notes in Venetian Doll again?
Oh man. Neroli.
Yeah.
Neroli is the most prominent one.
Mm-hmm. But it's not too sharp and green. It's hair. This hair is too much.
Yeah, I forgot.
Can I say this? Have you noticed that this time we had no technical difficulties? So we were supposed to have this conversation because it's been perfectly sounding, no problems. It's awesome. But I do get the in Venetian Doll, and
because Venetian Doll is the neroli. It's oud in there, blackcurrant, musk, and cardamom.
Okay, so that's what I'm smelling because I knew there was something spicy in it, but I couldn't catch what it was.
Cardamom
Lucian,
is oddly probably, I would say cardamom and nutmeg are the two spices I like to work with the most. Nutmeg.
well, nutmeg is a natural pheromone.
That's probably why.
It hits you right, hits you. Yeah, it's right there. Lucian, I might get for my nephew because my nephew's name is Lucian.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, the little guy.
No, 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 no. This is my nephew. He's an artist too.
Oh,
He's my brother's son. He's an artist. I'll send you. I'll let you see some of his paint, his art. Because he does a specific type of art. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you something I have of his. Hold on, I'll show you something. He's only he gave this to me as a gift. I'm trying to get him to make something else for me. Okay. So this is my brother's son. My brother who's the tattoo artist
right.
who does, he's an artist too, paints and everything. I got a piece from my brother just recently, which my brother's so crazy. Let me tell you how what he did. I just tell before I show you his picture. So we went over to his house for brunch. We took the kids. So, you know, he somehow my grandson sees something in his something that was rolled up. He decided some paper. He decided it was a a map. So he's like, "Can I have it? Can I have it?" So my brother gives it to him, right? So we get it home and I unroll it, and it's a nude. It's like a pencil sketch of a nude almost. So I'm like, "What the fuck?" So needless to say, we've hidden it. I'm gonna frame it. Because honestly, this is probably the first picture that I had from my brother in all these years. But every time he give me something else. But okay, but anyway, this is one that my nephew gave me. So it is the stages.
Oh
So we
wow.
have,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. So I just haven't figured out where to hang it up. And
Yeah,
then I want them to,
I like that. I like that swallowtail.
yeah. So I'm trying to, speaking of swallowtails, I've been trying to get them, but they won't come. And I was trying to get,
I
I've
have
got parsley and dill in my yard trying to get caterpillars because I was going to do a whole butterfly haven for them. And these fools won't eat my stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. Because I've been trying to get some butterflies to.
you need to take a little cue from the fragrant sugaring. Don't you, did I haven't I ever told you that story of what sugaring is?
Yes, I do know that. But maybe I will because my whole thing is that dill and parsley is what they will lay their eggs on. So I've been trying. So I got all this dill and parsley, and I'm just letting it run wild because I wanted to like help the butterflies. Because my whole thing is that I'm big on pollinators. Also, besides the gardening itself, I'm big on butterflies and bees and making sure that I have a lot of pollinators because I want to help them live and survive, especially the bees. We need these bees surviving. So,
Well,
um,
you need to attract them first. So, what you do is you get a plate, you pour some sugar on it, and then you pour something like cognac into it. Let the cognac soak into the sugar, and then either take the juice of a peach or just cut the peach in slices and let the peach sit on top of the sugar cognac mixture, and just sit that out, and that actually attracts them.
ah,
So that's why I call that fragrance sugaring, because
okay.
that's what the term is called for attracting butterflies. It's called sugaring.
And that's why it smells like boozy peach cobbler.
It smells like boozy peach.
That's why I call it a boozy peach cobbler. Yeah. I love sugaring too. I gotta start looking at my other stuff and see what I need to replace. When you, I mean, but yeah, so I got him to give me this one. Then he did a portrait of my mother for me. Because
Uh-huh.
this is his style, this is the style of paintings he does. And so yeah, this one, and then I said I want him to do me a flower. I want two flowers to put on both sides of it, and then figure out where I'm gonna put them. So, but yeah, so his name is Lucian.
Well,
He's named after his story. Long story short, he's named after my actual. How do I say this? My my father's double first cousin, because my grandfather and his brother married my grandmother and her sister. So they're double first cousins.
damn.
Right. So Lucian, he named him after him. So yeah, so that's Lucian. And I'm the only one who calls him correctly. Everybody else says Lucian. I'm like, his name is not Lucian.
Right,
His name is
right,
Lucian. But
right.
let me tell you something. It's so funny about those things is because like my daughter's name is Bianca. Um, After Bianca Jagger, just so everybody knows. But if I had known how to say Genevieve, she would have been Genevieve. Because you were here and everybody says Genevieve. I thought that was a name. But when I heard what it really is, which is Genevieve, that would have been her name. Genevieve.
I have as a matter of fact, the girl, well, we were in high school then, so I can call her girl. But the lady who turned me on to Anais, that was her name, Genevieve, and she was from Montreal, so um, it was a Genevieve.
Genevieve. And see, that's the thing is that you know how to say it right. Yes.
And you know
See,
what else
children.
too? You know what this Apple rum and jasmine is kind of giving off a sugaring vibe. If you take away the jasmine and replace it with peach,
I can see that. I can see that. And now, what's interesting is before you even came out with apple rum and jasmine, kid you not, I bought because I've been trying out different small brands. You know, trying out different brands, and I picked up this one. Is this the one? Yeah. Yep. By this company called Creams from the Crypt. They're on Etsy and they do body. Some of their imagery is a little off, it's just a little too much for me. But this is an apple rum body cream. This is before you even came back out with apple rum and jasmine. I didn't know you had it. I didn't even know you had it. But for
uh,
somehow bought trying them out, this apple rum body cream. So now I have apple rum and jasmine with an apple rum body cream. See how that worked out?
I discovered a body cream that I was saying to myself, okay, Lulu is gonna like this one. Um, it's a frangipani body cream, but it's made with goat's milk.
Who makes that?
Um,
I need a frangipani. I'm
yeah,
trying to yes, that sounds great. These braids, once again, I don't know how people be wearing these things.
yeah, I got a small bottle of it because I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. But I'm gonna have to go back and get a bigger. It's called Appalachian Goat.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to ask you for that one. I'm gonna look them up. Right, frangipani. Where'd you find this at? Was this on Etsy or something? Or is this they
There's a
by you?
no, there's a metaphysical bookshop that I like to go to in Mountain View, and I was looking for tarot cards there, and so because
What are these tarot cards?
I
Thanks for
collect
saying that.
I collect decks of tarot cards. Um,
I can see that. I only have one.
I have 26. um, but they have great uh, body products there.
Mm,
Bath salts, lotions, soaps, things like that, and they rotate. And that's what pisses me off about them so much. Is like you find something that you like, and a year later they don't
mhm.
carry it anymore. They carry somebody else. And so, yeah, this is one of them that was new that I just discovered there. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't French. This is tuberose. Yeah, it's tuberose.
Now I actually do have tuberose. Perlier makes tuberose, and I live for that. So, but that's a good one because I was
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
for
yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah. That's why I was thinking about you because it's tuberose.
That makes sense if
Oh
you was
yeah,
thinking about me
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
if it's tuberose,
You need to
yes,
get this. Yeah, you need to get
because
this.
I have my tuberose because Perlier makes tuberose body wash. That stuff is so fragrant that I have a special sponge to use with it because it never comes out the sponge. So I have to use one specific sponge for my tuberose. I keep one specific sponge in my shower that will only be for tuberose because it's so strong. It never goes away. And then they have a body butter. You can't tell me nothing. But this apple rum smells so it smells like this apple jazz this jasmine apple, it smells like your apple rum. It has that vibe. So this is gonna smell so good together. But this is gonna be me in the fall.
Well, the brand I usually get for lotion. I mean, you probably know this brand already, but they're called Thames.
Hmm.
Um, that's my favorite one. I love their gold gardenia or gold leaf gardenia,
Ooh.
gold leaf,
Ooh.
and then they just made one called Sierra Sage that I really like. Um, yeah, they're pretty damn good. And then
Mm.
they got one called Kimono Rose too. That's really good.
Mm. So I have like my girl, this one I like, her name is Sugar Mama. And she's someplace in California. Um, she has a night blooming jasmine body butter. and that's what it smells like. Night
That's
blooming
why
jazz.
that's why
That's it. And
the
sometimes
forge.
you just need that one.
Yeah,
Just need one. And then she has the one called Sandalwood and Rose that I have because it's sandalwood and rose, and it's just
I made an
perfect.
accord called night blooming jasmine.
Mm. I bet you that's real sexy, ain't it?
Night blooming. Oh man, I mean the smell. I mean, if you walk by a jasmine vine that gives off that
Hmm.
scent from it brewing all freaking night long. Oh man,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, for me, sometimes I just want to stand by and just try in my head just recreate its scent profile.
Okay. Let me tell you, I am actually having the front. We're going to see if I can actually make them bloom. I bought tuberose bulbs. So we're going to see if I can get them. I have some gardenia. I'm waiting. They look like they're about to bloom. But I don't know if I put the
How long have
tuberose
you
out
had it?
too late.
How
Huh?
long have you had your gardenia?
Um, for about a month or two. So I see the buds. It's about to. They're coming up. So the gardenia is about to bud. Um, so that's good. It's the tuberose because I bought bulbs because I just wanted to try. So I bought a bunch of bulbs. So they're up, but I haven't seen no stems have come up. But they said they take like 5 months, and I don't know if I put them out in time. Hopefully, we'll have a nice Indian summer. So, because I'm calculating they might be coming up at the end of September. I'm okay with that because I just really want to try it and see can I make these happen and see how they're actually going to come up and will they smell as fragrant. So this is my thing.
Tuber,
So
aren't they hothouse?
yes, but like you can do them outside. It's just I gotta lift them. So that's why I'm waiting. I want to see it for they're gonna grow because then I can just lift them and then put them in the house because that's what I'm gonna do with the gardenia. I'm gonna bring the gardenia in.
When I first started wearing flowers on my lapels, I must have been 22 and just young and stupid, So the only flower I would ever wear was a gardenia. And so I got this novel idea, hey, maybe I can grow my own damn gardenias. Well, little did I know they require so much care.
Yes, they do.
That poor potted gardenia died a horrible death.
Let
It
me tell
was
you, I know what you're talking about because I've never been able to get them to grow in the house. This one is outside. So I don't expect to bring it in
oh,
because
I
I know.
didn't have mine. I didn't have mine outside. I had mine out on the back porch where it could get plenty of sun.
But
And
no, they do need a lot. They need a lot. So I'll be happy if I get a few blooms and then if it dies, I'm okay. Because I because I've tried gardenia a couple of times and it has been a failure. So I
yeah,
know what you're talking about. Because I was like, oh, I love gardenias. Let me go on and try. Yeah, yeah. They are very ticky. The good thing is because it's summertime, I'm very aware of my garden. So like I'm like, making sure I check them every day. So I'm very attentive of them. Not, but yeah, but like my indoor plants, honestly, this is what my daughter said. She said, your indoor plants got to be survivors because they do. My outdoor garden, I'm on it. I'll be like out there tending the garden, watering every day. Like today, shit, I got to water these plants in the house. My indoor garden has to be very hardy because I forget about them. I walk past them for a week and a half and be like, oh damn, you gotta water.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So like my indoor plants have to be like ZZ plants. They have to be philodendrons and pothos because they can handle me not taking care of them. They still survive because if I can't do delicate in the house. And it's something about it because I walk past them every day. They right here they right there. I walk past them to go to the bathroom every morning and I be like, yeah, I need to water 'em.
I think I would probably be the opposite. Everything indoors I would pay more attention to than what's outdoors. The only thing I would probably be worried about outdoors is animals eating them. Like I have a friend who lives up in the country, and he has a little garden that he's created, and um he would, piss, grunt, and moan to me that deer would come by and eat all of his tomatoes and his
Oh
cucumbers
yeah.
or
Oh
what.
yeah.
He told me once, well, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I said, well, why? He goes, well, I was driving home the other day and I saw that mountain lion tore it to shreds at the bottom of at the bottom of the hill. I was like, oh man, you didn't have to tell me that.
Right. Oh man. I mean, you have to kind of like. I worry about that here, but like my cat's a natural predator. Because the thing you got to worry about, well, raccoon she ain't gonna fuck with. But we don't really have a lot of raccoons over here for some reason in my area. I'm in the city in Chicago. So I don't see a lot of raccoons per se right now over here for some reason. This area doesn't have them. And squirrels don't mess around with my house because she's a natural predator. She hunts them and kills them. So squirrels stay away from my house. So that would be the ones that will really come. And because we have enough feral cats, we don't have a rodent problem. So there's no like rats around my house.
Right.
So luckily that keeps me able to like, grow a lot of stuff. And I actually grow in pots. And then my garden, my raised bed is really high. So I made sure that it was a like it's 2 foot high. So it's not like something low to the ground. I keep mine as high because I ain't trying to bend over. I got old people knees. I can't be like this all day.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I got mine is like right. I'm short, so 2 feet is kind of high on me. So like right here on my hips. Okay.
So,
So okay.
so
Yes.
do you your garden? You say you have it raised. Is it raised on concrete or is it raised on grass?
It's on grass, but like the way you do yours, I do the system where I throw in all the cardboard at the bottom. So it's the grass, it's on the grass, but it's like layers of cardboard on the bottom. And then I started putting in the soil, soil and the compost and stuff. So
Okay,
it's like leaves and everything at the bottom, and then it's the dirt.
got you.
Yeah. So it's like it's not on, and that way it actually keeps the weed, because I'm killing the weeds. It actually looks kind of good. I'm gonna have to send you. I'm gonna let you see the video of it because it looks good. It's looking good. I'm proud of myself. I worked
Okay,
hard
all right.
because like I was telling somebody, I said my shit ain't Instagram worthy. Because how people on Instagram would be like, I think I'm going to garden. And then they do this fast process, they do and it looks like they did it in a weekend. Yeah, I've been working on this since March. So I built my raised beds. I've filled them with by myself, you know, since March. So it's been a slow process. So mine would be the slow Instagram, like
Well, at least you can do like a one shot video, like or like once a season.
yeah, I got some video, like okay, some little video, but it's not like how people be like, I'm gonna put together something, and then they like do those videos, and it looks like they didn't have any problems and it was perfectly put built. Nah, I don't do that because I be out there cussing, almost trying to make sure that I don't like hit my thumb. Yeah, I'm not that person,
See,
but I was
people
determined to
people
build the
want to
things
see
myself.
people want to see things like that with you because of your personality. They know that that is you.
But you know what? And I was telling somebody this. I was like, I admire the people who vlog because, like, now I'm going on vacation, right? I know people will be like vlogging from the moment they leave the house. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm gonna enjoy myself. Now I might take a few pictures here and there, but like the whole vlogging experience, like for instance, you took pictures. I get it. You're a visual person. You're an artist and it makes sense. The pictures made sense, but it wasn't like you were like, I am, every movement I've made, I've taken a picture of. I liked your pictures. I enjoyed them. But like me, I'm like, I'm just gonna go there. First off, I'm going to an all inclusive. All I'm gonna do is eat, drink some margaritas or whatever cocktails I'm gonna have, and sit by the pool, get a massage and a facial. And I'm happy because I just wanna be away from the house.
Yeah, I couldn't do no vlog, especially like the last trip to Venice I made. at least going there was a friggin' nightmare, because every other word, you know, on that vlog would have been hell, shit, damn.
See, that's a real vlog though, because people be making it look so perfect. Yes, I'm going, I'm driving, I'm going, and then it's
Well,
like,
not only that, but it's like when you get pissed off, it's almost like you don't have any time to vlog because now you're stewing over about whatever it is you pissed off about. You know,
or I feel like this: if you're really enjoying yourself, who really wants to film? Like when you were there at Carnival, I see taking the pictures and everything because that's part of it, right? Taking the pictures. But like when I'm having fun, I don't think, oh, let me stop and let me film myself doing this fun thing.
well,
I'm
see,
in the
Carnival, I was actually supposed to be filming a lot more than I did, because I'm supposed to be there filming a documentary. Hello. But the problem is that half the time I was there, it rained. So
oh wow,
um, I couldn't. There were of the 6 days that we were there, or I was there. We only wore costumes twice because the other days it was just too wet to wear costumes outside.
right?
You
You
know,
know you couldn't wear those costumes outside in the rain because those things are elaborate.
well, the second
You
time we went out, I literally had to because the night before, we were still debating. Are we going to go out or not? And so what I ended up doing, see, when I design dresses, I like to make them as dramatic as possible, meaning I like trains on them. I
no,
like I like length. And so Angela's dress, I had made it with a little bit of a train on it, maybe that much, like a foot long. And so what I ended up doing is I spent 4 hours hemming that dress so that it wouldn't drag on the ground, so that we could go out the following day,
right,
rain or shine.
right.
And that day, like I said a while ago, it turned out to be arguably the best day of my life, or most enjoyable day of my life, I should say.
Well, that and it looked like it. I'm telling you, your whole Venice trip. I said, please let him come back and let me see. So you are. How is your health? Before we go, how's your health? Your health okay? You know, I was a
Yeah.
little concerned about you, sir.
No, no,
Okay.
it was, yeah, I had, is why I had to stop a few months. I had jaw problems. And so, I had to get that taken care of. But, oh, no, no, it's all fine now.
Let me tell you something. I wrote you this really cute card and misplaced it, and I found it recently. I said I can't send it to him now because it's gonna look stupid, but I'm still gonna send it to you just so you know how I was thinking about you at the time. But I wrote you and JC a cute little card. Had these cards I like wrote them, and then I put them in my bag. You know what the problem is? Stamps. What the fuck? I was like, I gotta go and get a stamp. So that's how I was sitting in my purse, my bag, and I just found them recently. I don't know what I did with them. See, I misplaced them again. So you might get it in January of next year. But don't just know the thought was there at the time. Because I wrote it.
All
Because I
right.
had your address from when we did our exchange, when we exchanged the fragrances. I just all that to say, I have a card for you that you've never gotten. It's really nice. Maybe I'll just, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna open it up and I'm just gonna take a picture of it and send it to you. Because I like to send people cards. I really do. I used to be like this person who, like at Christmas time, I would send out cards to everybody. I didn't care if people sent me cards back because people really don't do Christmas cards. But I used to send out like to everybody I knew. If I had their address, I make the kids sign off on them and we would send out Christmas cards. I would send like 40 or 50 of them out every year.
Well,
Nobody sent me any back, but okay, but never mind. Okay.
that's old school. I mean,
I know.
nobody quote unquote writes letters anymore. They just email.
And
Um,
that's why I did the card because I thought you would appreciate the card,
you
right?
know,
And I was
I remember my grandmother. Every Christmas she had this big mirror in her living room.
yes,
Um,
and she would put up her cards.
she would put the cards because the mirror had a backing on it, And so you could slip a card between
Yes,
the back
I,
of the mirror. And
I
so
had one of those.
she would stick cards, in that backing, so that whole mirror would be covered, with all
Yeah,
these
any cars
cards.
I got, I used to do that. So I had a thing that I think I had a mirror too, and I had it like all around. Yeah, yeah. Right? See, I miss sending cards and writing. We should start doing that to each other. We should have a card. Let's do that. Let's just send each other random cards here and there. I think that would be nice. You know, because it would be more um personal. I think that because I love cards. I used to love getting cards and giving cards, just writing a card to people. Because I used to keep cards. I still, I'll just buy like random boxes of like plain, blank cards if I saw
Um,
something that was pretty, and I would send them out to people.
so I'm gonna tell you a little ironic story here, and this goes back to the fragrance Dream Walking. So Dream Walking was part of a well, see, I like doing these series, but anyways,
I get it. I get
along
your
along
series.
along with Dream Walking, I was creating and a couple of other fragrances, like Everywin. I was creating these grimoires that go with them, and inside the Dream Walking one I never finished. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here looking at it right now. But inside the grimoire, and on various pages, there are these cards that I made. These handmade cards, and you open up the card, or you open up the envelope, pull out the card, and it's a book. Here, later, I'll show it. I'll show you. I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you.
This is where we've been all over the place. That's because we've had good no technical problems this time. I can hear, you can hear, everybody's good. So now we've had just time to talk and talk and
So
talk.
this one
Hey, but don't y'all forget to order y'all some fragrances.
I haven't even finished this one yet, but I made this book from scratch. I
Of
binded
course
it.
you did. Of course you did.
But
Because you're Vincent.
so just to show you I ain't BSing, so you can see right there the title. Um,
I love it.
and so it would have, since it's dream walking, and it's about the main ingredient is rose. So
Oh my
basically,
God, that is
it's
so
about
beautiful.
um,
What size is the paper? Is that like 8 by 11 or 11?
11 by 14, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looked kind of big.
So here's my picture of my that I drew of my protagonist right there gardening with the roses right there.
How long does it take you to do things like this, Vincent?
So this is ink. This took about, first I had to draw it in pencil, do a layout, and then I inked it. This took maybe a day to do.
That is amazing.
Um, so an Aphrodite tea spell. So this is the instructions right here. It's vintage picture. Um, how to make rose jam.
That is so beautiful.
There's a picture of my protagonist making rose jam right there. Um, rose petals. Each, this is rose color meeting. So basically, you got black roses and what they mean or signify. Red roses, blue
Yes.
roses, pink roses, what each color rose signifies. Um, so the main idea is my protagonist hasn't slept in 11 years. So this is her laying in bed, just eyes wide open. So yeah, she literally hasn't slept in 11 years. And it's because of these roses that she makes or she grows. Since to help you sleep better, there's a And this goes back to the reason why dream walking is titled the way it is, that those jumbled up letters. Um, so, oh no, it's not this one. Yeah, it's not this one. Hang on. Well, anyways,
I am sitting here amazed looking at this
the
because there
theme,
is so much thought in here.
the concept behind it's that there's this cliche that you can't read in your dreams, and so if you can quote unquote read in your dreams, it's not necessarily that you're reading, but your mind has already subconsciously predetermined what it is you're reading because you're dreaming it. You know, you're the one determining this dream up here. So you're not really reading. So the word Vincent, even though it's spelled Vincent, might be spelled CET.
But in your dream, it's going to be Vincent because
But in my head, it says Vincent. So that's where
right.
the concept of the title of Dream Walking came from. But this is what I was talking about here. So you have these here, and what you do, that flips out like that. You open that up, and here you got my character from Rose of Venus on the cover, and then you open that up, and it's just this little story booklet within the story that I created. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what? I might have to pick this up and finish this because this is kind of cool.
That is amazing. Now, see, I'm trying to figure out how you could create that in a mass produced way and to sell that because I know you can, but it's like, because that would be like awesome to have, like that whole thing. I
This
would
right
love to.
this is a page for you. Um, I don't know if you can read that.
What's it say?
Complete rose plant maintenance overview. So that's basically a description of what a rose plant looks like from the rooter to the tutor, and how you take care of it. So yeah, that's her reading. That's her daydreaming about, her roses.
That thing is so beautiful and so just. I mean, you just be coming up with it, Vincent. I'm here to say it. You are truly an artist.
This is the breakdown, the overall chemical breakdown of a rose.
Oh my goodness! What you want, Kat? What you want? No matter how long did it take you to create that book?
It's not finished yet. Yeah, see, I still have all these blank pages. I never finished it. It's maybe 1/3 finished.
Well, that 1/3 is enough, Vincent.
But see, here's that theme I was telling you about. Can we read in our dreams? And then you get to that page, and that's what happens right there. Words start coming jumbled up.
Right.
So, but yeah, anyways, yeah, this has got rose water in here, but this has like 7 or 8 of these in here where they're little cards that I made.
That's amazing.
I created
Hi,
these.
Jacob.
I created these because I wanted to create short movies, where I have this storyteller telling the story of the movie from these books.
You see this? Exactly. I'm just, right. I'm like, enough. Ah,
No, no. See, the way you have to look at that is you're not necessarily an underachiever. You know, you are achieving a lot. You have to look at me and say, and that's a man with too much time on his hands. So yeah, it's yeah, reverse it. As John Singleton would say in Boomerang, you got to reverse it.
Reverse,
Reverse
coordinate,
it.
coordinate, reverse. All right, man. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. It was good talking to you as always. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I've missed talking to you, Vincent. I really have. You know, we have so much fun. I learned so much from you. You're so interesting, and I'm glad to see you back from Venice. But don't worry, I might meet you one time at Carnival in Venice.
All right.
Kick it. Not, I don't think I'm gonna do it this year, but you never know. 2026, I might be there with you.
Oh, there you go. All right. No, I'll be
And by
there.
then, you should be living there anyway. I'm giving you the
Hopefully.
2026 to be there.
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know. I'm a little ambivalent because then that means we can't get your fragrances. But now I'll just have to come to visit you and get them. That's all.
Well, you know, I just have to treat the European or the American customers like I treat the European customers.
Right,
You, you got to pay X amount of dollars for shipping.
baby. Okay. All right, Vincent. Thank you so much as always. I appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this, and don't forget to get your stuff. Don't worry, I'm gonna stay on y'all. We're gonna have it all together in a minute. All right, y'all.
Dreamhouse.com, Ikiryo,
When
Dreamhouse-Ikiryo.com.
when does the sale start again? Is it on the 12th?
So no, it's actually started. I've done a pre-sale sale. So
Okay.
basically, if you buy now, instead of $140, it's $130.
Right, it's 130. I did notice that. I was like, what's up with these prices?
And so
Okay, right.
that lasts until I think Sunday, and then the sale proper will start,
Okay.
and then it
Okay,
goes.
so let me have I'm gonna try to do what I can because I'm gonna leave. We leave Thursday, so I won't be a I'll live my best life until then. So I'll make sure I get your stuff out before then.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Vincent. I missed
thank
you.
you. Miss you too.
Talk to you later.
Right, bye.
Bye bye.